Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's In Service to the Heart, where we have more of a meditative practice to do together today. So we'll see what unfolds. I invite you to allow your eyes to softly float closed and to feel yourself coming back and down in your seat. To gift yourself the opportunity to take up space in the center of your being, leaning into what's behind you and dropping down into what's underneath you, what's holding you in your seat. Inviting deep and full breaths as we reclaim the center of our being by coming back and down and breathing into the front and the back of the heart. Continuing to invite everything to soften, starting at the crown, the top of the head, feeling the crown soften, your forehead, your eyes in their sockets and eyebrows, the tips of your ears on down into your jaw, and feeling the jaw and the chin let go with each breath that allows a cascade of softening into the neck and the throat, over the collarbone and the shoulders, releasing softness down your back, down your chest, through the intercostals of the rib cage, allowing a lengthening and a letting go through each of the vertebrae and a softening down into your sacrum, your lower back, your hips, your legs, and your feet. Feeling this fluidity of softening as we invite a breath of engaging, breathing into the in-between. So settling into that intention of breathing into the in-between of all things. Feeling first and breathing in between our own thought bubbles. So allowing the train of thought to slow, slow, slow. Inviting each thought to become its own bubble. And just starting to breathe to the space in between the thought bubbles. Engaging the breath to expand that space in between thoughts. Just by breathing into it with intention and awareness. Of the breath in between. Feeling that breath to carry us into the space between the emotional movement. So breathing into the space between all the layers of our emotional experience. allowing those layers to expand and separate, bringing us into that spaciousness in between that which we think, that which we feel. And just feeling that simultaneously as we breathe into the space between the thoughts, into the space in between the emotions, begin to notice what opens. As we breathe into the space in between the cells of our very own being. As we breathe into the space in between the seasons, this liminality of seasonal shifts. So breathing into that space in between the turning of the natural world. Breathe into the space in between our own heartbeat. Breathe into the space in between us and the person we are closest with in life. So infusing the space in between you and the person you are the closest with in life. Continuing to breathe into the space in between all things, our thoughts, our emotions, our cells, our heartbeat, our relationships, the seasons, and allow us sinking into that ineffable stillness, the ineffable formlessness that exists between all things in inner and outer ways. Continuing to breathe into the space in between to attune and commune with the invisible substance that connects all. Feeling this invisible substance that connects all is the very fabric of our own being. Communing with it within, this texture, this formlessness, this invisible content that exists as our very own innermost self. That same ineffable energy that holds up the elder powers of the cosmos, the constellations, the earth, the sun, the moon. Feel what it can be, what it is, what it can do. And so inviting deep attunement with this powerful, potent resource, the source itself of and as all, right here, right now, as the very depths of your own being. Immersing with the ineffable stillness, allness, isness. The space in between all things existing right here and right now as our very self. And so knowing this formlessness as the substance of divine intelligence, as the oneness of the all, as the essence that I choose to call spirit, as fullness, as the source of everything in this multiverse. This cosmic quantum field that is ever opening, and the allness right here, right now, as myself and as each one anchored in this prayer field, indeed, as everything out of the formless, crafted into form by way of this divine intelligence, from singularity into seeming multiplicity, expressing uniquely and individualized from the depth of intelligence of the unseen, becomes the lived expression of each one, yet never separate, connected by this substance of oneness, this space in between, and is as everything. And so, sourcing, drawing forth from this plane of highest understanding and experiencing as our very own self. We allow a continuous opening to and as this living truth, this cascade of inspiration, a flow of knowingness, and this deeper awareness of self as a living, unique expression of the great I am that is all. And so we rest in this allowance, in this awareness, inviting it to flow forth and open even more fully as each of our bodies, our lives, and as this day, this moment of the eternal expressing uniquely, of the infinite individualizing itself, in this dance of form and formless, infinite and finite, resting in the consciousness of the eternal truth that is beyond all conditions of the human experience, all circumstance, beyond all form. And so we know each one is here charged by this divine intelligence, by the consciousness of this living truth, by the embodiment of this remembrance, and we allow it to ignite something magnificent in and as each one. And we know that this frequency of truth is having its way. And so, in this knowing, each one is blessed and the blessing itself, we allow it to be in gratitude, in thanksgiving, in appreciation, in continued acknowledgement of the I am presence as each one. So, from this place, we step forward into this day. From this place, we grow forth in our becoming. From this plane of being and understanding, we tend to the forgotten places in the human experience. From this place, we allow the frequency of love to ripple out amplified, to go where it needs to go for remembrance and upliftment. From this place, we walk as the living prayer in the world, but not of the world. And we let it have its way, knowing that it is already done. And so, in gratitude and in grace, we let it go into the ever circulating, ever amplifying universal law. We allow it to be because it is already done. And so it is. So be it. So blessings on your day, moving from and as the ineffable so it is.